Alright, it is FrOzenSwipe here, and I've got a game of free-for-all on the map Seatown for you. And I'm sure that you're wondering, why the hell are you playing Modern Warfare 3 again? I'm not actually. This is some gameplay that I managed to get before Black Ops 2 came out. I never got the chance to use it, which is ironic because it's probably my favourite game of free-for-all that I've ever played in Modern Warfare 3. And that's not just because I do well. I mean, I do get a pretty good score at the end of it. But it's also because I managed to get such a good score with a weapon that most people would consider to be completely underpowered or wouldn't even think twice of using. They just completely write it off. But I managed to get a good score at it. I mean, the LMGs in this game, and Black Ops 2 as well, they're actually pretty good, and they're really underrated, so, it's kind of a shame, but again, it allows me to be elitist and just kind of go, well, you wrote this gun off, I managed to make it work, ha. But anyway, I'm not going to be talking about the gameplay in this. Actually, the reason why I decided to dig out some Modern Warfare 3 footage is because I'm going to be talking about the next Call of Duty game, which, if you believe the rumours, is more likely than not going to be Modern Warfare 4. Now, to be honest, it makes sense. I mean, they've made so much money out of Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. It only makes sense that they'll make another Modern Warfare game in order to rake in the profits that are bound to come from it. Which, on a purely business and, fiscal level, makes sense. However, I as a gamer, I don't think I really want another Modern Warfare game. I mean, they don't really need it. I can understand where they're coming from, but to be honest, they don't need a Modern Warfare 4. I think they've kind of played out the modern era a bit too much. I don't think there's much more they can really add to the game at this point. And I mean, anything they do add, I think it's kind of going to be a letdown after the innovation that Treyarch brought to Black Ops 2. And also the fact they don't need to continue on the storyline. I mean, the story can just literally end in Modern Warfare 3. They tied up pretty much all the loose ends. I don't think they need to continue on the story in any way. I mean, with Modern Warfare 2, they was left on such an open cliffhanger. There was a lot of room to tie up loose ends. So, I mean, obviously, they were going to continue on with Modern Warfare 3. Whereas in this, everything seemed to tie up pretty nicely. So I don't feel the need for them to continue on the story in any way. But also, I feel that they could probably look at different premises. I mean, there are loads of conflicts that they've yet to exploit. And if they look at a different premise, it'll kind of break the monotony that we see now of all of these modern shooters. I mean, if you think about it, if you go back, say, 5-6 years, everyone was complaining that every single first-person shooter was a World War II shooter. The entire market was completely flooded with them. And people were kind of getting sick of it. It was the same gun, same time period, same thing over and over again. And they wanted something new, something fresh, and that's where Call of Duty 4 really broke the mold. I mean, that was the thing that set it apart from so many of its predecessors. The fact that it wasn't in World War II, it was in modern times. And, that really boosted sales for that game, and it made people want to play it. And I mean, if you look now, the entire market, again, is pretty much flooded with modern shooters. So, it makes sense that if they were to either go to a different premise, or if they were to go back to World War II, I mean, they could easily do it. I can't think of any AAA titles that have come out in the last 5-6 years. The only one I can think of is World at War. I can't think of any since then that have come out that have been set in World War II. So maybe going back to World War II, Call of Duty going back to its roots, might actually be the thing that will set it apart from other shooters of its time. And I mean, there are plenty of other premises that you could look at, far future, although if they do that, they'd get a lot of slack for copying Halo or something like that. I mean, Black Ops 2 got a lot of slack with people saying that, oh, they're going to copy Halo, Black Ops 2, even though it's set only 13 years into the future, but there you go, some people are completely irrational like that. Nonetheless, though, I mean, there are still plenty of other conflicts they could look at. They could look at a different aspect of the Cold War, or, the Korean War, which again was part of the Cold War, I suppose. I mean, some people have even thought about a World War I shooter, although I feel that would probably... Trench warfare would be pretty boring, and, everyone would be running around with bolt-action rifles. It would just basically be one massive quickscope lobby, which I suppose some people would love, and, others would hate. But, there are other things that they could do there. But as I was thinking about all these premises, I then remembered that this year, or by Christmas of this year, the next generation of consoles are rumoured to be released, the Xbox 720 and the PS4, although, to be honest, I really hope that they don't call it the Xbox 720, I mean, that's just... I hope they come up with a better name to be honest. PS4 is okay. I don't mind that. It's chronological, it's grand. But anyway, completely off topic. Well, not completely off topic, slightly off topic. I'm being off topic by stating that I'm off topic. Let's get back to what we're going for here. Next generation of consoles are going to be out, and then by the end of this year or by early 2014. So more likely than not, Call of Duty, with the success that it's had, will probably end up being a launch title for these consoles, or at least it'll be out roughly the same time as these consoles. And what that's going to mean is that it's going to be next generation, and they're probably going to have to completely overhaul their engine in order to keep up and, you know, to really make use of the graphical hardware at their disposal now with this brand new generation. So hopefully, what I hope that Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer or whoever the hell is creating the Modern Warfare games at this point, I hope that they don't just like take the same engine that they've been using since Call of Duty 4 and, you know, just modify it for the next generation. I hope they kind of start from scratch and then just completely build up this new engine. It's not like they don't have the resources for it. They could do it and just completely come up with a brand new engine from scratch and really put lots of time and effort into it, because again, they have the resources to do it, and make a really good, really polished game. And if they do that, it could relieve a lot of the problems that have been evident in Call of Duty games since Call of Duty 4, like head glitching, lag, hit detection, and also, of course, it's going to have absolutely fantastic graphics, which is obviously what you would expect from a next generation game. But anyway, this has been FrOzenSwipe. I want to hear what you guys have to think. Another idea that's just come to me now is an idea of like a multiplayer only kind of best of Call of Duty. Like they take the best elements from different Call of Duty games and just kind of put them into one. Kind of like Call of Duty Online that you have in China at the moment, which is purely multiplayer, but they've taken maps and guns and kill streaks and things. They've amalgamated them from different Call of Duty games. Like I know definitely COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 are two that feature very heavily in it. I think there are aspects from Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops that feature in it as well. So that's also another idea. They could do that. They wouldn't take a lot of effort on their part, and then they could really work on something new and fresh for the Call of Duty game after that. But again, these are all ideas that I'm throwing out there. I want to hear what you guys have to think. I think I may have gone over time. If not, I'm really pushing it. So yeah, this has been FrOzenSwipe. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for watching.